Hi everyone! It has been a year since I did my exchange program last semester in Germany. It was only for one semester, but I promise you it was really exciting. A new country on a different new continent, new place, new people, new lifestyle, and many other new experiences. As an exchange student, there is no doubt that everyone wants everything to go as smoothly as possible when they arrive. We want to have a nice sleep after a long flight, we want to make lots of new friends with good impressions and everything else. But let me tell you one thing, there is always a first time for everyone. And at that point, no one will know what things that they will face, so it's completely normal to feel awkward or overreact on something on your first time. But you know what, I feel like I was so lucky that I can do the exchange program last winter because it was right before the corona, lockdown and everything else that impedes the student exchange process. Because not long after I got back to my home country, everyone should stay at home and do everything in their homes. And there was no chance for everyone to go abroad because lots of flights do not operate for a pretty long period. And since we're now in a new era, or as people say, the new normal, we will get a chance to go abroad, maybe in next year. So if you're planning to go on a student exchange, maybe next year, here are some tips from me that I hope can help you to make the most out of your study abroad. Okay, the first one is the language. When I was in Germany, some of my friends asked me whether I can speak German or not, whether doing an exchange program to Germany requires proficiency in German or not, and I said, no, I can't speak German. I mean, I do understand some basic words, but when it comes to speaking or having a conversation in German, no, I can't do it. To be very honest, when I planned to go to Germany, I thought that I would have to talk to other people in German and buy things in supermarket in German. So during my semester break, before I started my exchange program, I watched some YouTube videos about basic German. I didn't take any formal course for German because I thought that I could use Google Translate all the time. So I thought that getting familiar with the words was enough. And it turned out that almost everyone, at least the people that I met, can speak English. And even if they don't, we can just communicate with our body language, like or we can just use Google Translate. And based on my experience, if you're doing an exchange program, you will make more friends with the other international students, which will be using English, so you don't need to worry about the language. Okay, number 2 is do it. The second point goes for both the program and the things that you do. If you have any chance to go and study abroad, just do it. I promise you there won't be any regret for doing this kind of program. And this is the best moment to try being a person that you always wanted to be. I'm not trying to say don't be yourself, be yourself. But if you always wanted to do a particular thing in your home country but you feel embarrassed when your friends are around, do it in your exchange country. Because no one will know how your background is like and how your true self is like. Take advantage of this situation. Do things that you always wanted to do. Because this is a good way to try being a better person, being a person that you always wanted to be. If you want to change some things about yourself in your home country, but you're afraid that your friends won't accept the change, do it now. Because whether they like it or not, there are always some things that change when someone got back from their exchange program. And this also applies to your friends from your home country that does the same program with you. If you see them acting differently than they usually do, don't tease them or ask them why they're acting that way. Because perhaps they also want to try doing new things, so don't make them feel uncomfortable having you around them. Number 3, make friends. And by saying friends, I literally mean friends. Being a friend with someone is different than just being their classmate. Okay, so in my case, there was a large group on WhatsApp that consists of all the exchange participants. There will be some people that initiate the first gathering, and there will also be people that initiate another meeting with different kind of activities. Like for example, you're attending the first gathering. You will get to know the other international students, where they come from, what their faculty is, and so on. And after that gathering, people will be more comfortable to use that group to communicate with each other. Some people will ask the group whether anyone wants to have dinner together, maybe watch a football match together, and do other things together, because all of you already become friends with each other. And related to the previous tip, one advice that I will definitely tell myself if I can turn back the time is, don't ever be a shy person. If you want to be friends with the others, go to that meeting. Go have a dinner with them. One big thing that I regret is that I was a shy person and I didn't want to get out from my comfort zone, even though deep down in my heart I really want to go out with them. It was because I overthink a lot. What if I don't understand what they're talking about? What if I got too awkward? What if they don't like me? And many other thoughts that no one will even think about when they first meet a new person. Number 4, live in a residence with other international students. As a person who came from the Eastern culture, I was kind of picky in choosing a place to live in. Aside from the price and location, I was also concerned about the people who lives in that residence. Because in my home country, staying in a house with the opposite gender is considered taboo. A couple of months before my exchange program, someone updated a post in our Facebook group saying that he was looking for a roommate or housemate during the exchange program. He said that he already found an apartment and he was looking for another people to live together, so the rental cost would be cheaper. My first thought when I first saw that post is telling my friend that is a boy to stay with him. A thought of him looking for any gender to stay with him in that apartment didn't cross my mind in any second. But after a few months, I knew that he was staying in that apartment with another boys and girls. And I was like, why didn't I even ask about the details? Okay, to be honest, I don't know anything about staying with the other international students because I've never experienced it. But from what I saw in social media and how they went to some places, some events together, I think that living with the other international students is a good idea. But of course, we will also have to adapt to the environment and the people more compared to living in the same house or room with our friend from our home country. Anyway, I lived with a friend from my home country. We even stayed in the same room and everything seemed easier. The fact that living with a person that speaks the same language as us is easier cannot be denied. But from my other friends' testimony, living with the other international students and having no one that speak the same language as you is very challenging and will definitely give you a whole new experience. And from what I saw in social media, again, I don't know, it seems very exciting. And if I can turn back the time, or if I have another chance to study abroad, I would definitely stay in a student dorm or a student apartment so I can fully experience the studying abroad vibes. Number 5, capture the moment. I'm not going to say much about this, but if you're feeling doubtful whether you should take a group photo or a selfie when you're with someone, with a friend, just take it. Take pictures. As a person from, I'm not going to say Asia, but specifically Indonesia, we or I always take lots of pictures when I go somewhere. I like to capture every moment so I can look back to these pictures or videos in the future and just reminisce. And one other thing that I kind of regret for not doing it is when I was feeling unsure whether I should post a particular thing on my social media or not. Again, social media. And again, if I can go back, I would definitely post anything that I want to post on social media without any doubt. For sure. One thing that I kind of regret is feeling afraid of what other people might think about me if I post them on social media. Whether it was too ordinary, or that's not social media worthy, and so on. But you know what? At the end, I posted it because I was thinking like, why should I care about what other people say? It's my social media, and if they don't like it, they don't have to say it. And when I posted it, not in the same day as I captured a video or photo, like for example in Instagram, I missed the Instagram archive feature where they have the date mark on it, like memories to September 2019 and so on. And yeah, that's one thing that I regret the most from the social media thing, because I can't go back to my archive section on Instagram to see when exactly the moment happened. Okay, this is the highlight from this part, capture the moment. Take more pictures with the others. Take more pictures with your friends. Because making memories is important, but keeping them in a picture is also important. number 6, don't take photos carelessly. Okay, this one is very important because from where I come from, the level of maintaining the privacy of others, especially for taking photos or videos of strangers, whether it is intentionally or not, is still very minimal. From where I come from, it's completely normal to take photos or videos of someone or a group of people on an event or anywhere, whether they're the participant, the crew, or any random people, and just post it on our social media without blurring their face or covering their face with an emoji or whatever. And you know, that's very normal. Like for example, someone is performing on the street, you know, not an official performer, but they perform on the street, and you know, we can just take videos and photos without any thoughts that will, you know, not respecting their privacy. When I was in Germany, I was reprimanded 2 times. That was very embarrassing. The first one was on Friday for Future. There were lots of people who demonstrate and lots of people who watch people demonstrating. And I was in the watching row, not row, but you know what I mean. And lots of people are recording and taking photos, and I was like, okay, that's a normal thing. People take photos and people take videos, so I did the same thing. And then one people from the line, from the, you know, a group of people, and he was standing there. He said, and he was looking at me and doing this, and I didn't know what he was trying to say, whether he was talking to me or not. But then he looked at me in the eye and said, so I was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. But I saw lots of people taking photos and videos, but they were not getting reprimanded. So that was weird, and that was kind of make me panicked, and I was so scared, and I was thinking like, did I just break the law or something? Yeah, okay. And the second one is when I went to an event in Facta. There was an event of a medieval something, and someone was playing a thing. I don't think that's an instrument, but that thing produces a sound that makes music. Yeah. And I took a video of her, and she said that no video. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I didn't know that you don't want to be recorded. And yeah, that kind of ruined my trip, but I learned that we have to respect other people's privacy. In my country, when people perform in the street, they also want to be known by other people, and that's fine to be recorded so they can be more famous. But I think that doesn't happen in Germany, at least at some point. So please remember to respect other people's privacy and don't take photos or videos carelessly. Okay, those are some things that I wish I knew before doing my exchange program abroad. And there are also a couple of other things that kind of make me feel culture shocked when I was studying abroad. And that will be the next topic of the next video. See you later. Bye-bye.